Good afternoon, everyone. Glad to have you here on behalf of GoDaddy and Texas Motor Speedway. I'm Doug Rice. I'll be serving as your moderator. Let me introduce the folks that we have up on the stage here for you this afternoon. And I'm going to start off with August Goldman. August is the Chief People Officer for GoDaddy. August, nice to have you here today. Of course, I think most of you know Danica Patrick, driver of the number 10 GoDaddy Chevrolet for Stuart Haas Racing. We appreciate you being here. We also have with us the Vice President of Chase Authentics, Chris Williams, and the Chief Operating Officer for the National Breast Cancer Foundation, Kevin Hales. And you'll hear from all of these folks as we move through the program today. And first off, I think most of you in this room are aware of the news that became sadly apparent earlier today of the passing of Marcy Scott, the Public Relations Director for Atlanta Motor Speedway, among the many jobs that she has held over the years. Marcy, about 4 years ago, started a very courageous battle against breast cancer, and she passed away earlier this morning and has served as an inspiration to countless numbers of people during that time, and I think is regarded as somewhat of a hero in the racing community right now. And Marcy also had an ongoing relationship with Danica, I think, for the last 4 years or so. Is that right, Danica?
Yeah, I met Marcy back at Atlanta. I was testing there in the very, very beginning. I don't think I had even run any nationwide races. It was some of the preseason testing that we were doing, and it was right when she was in the middle of chemotherapy, and gosh, it was so cold out, and I just remember her all bundled up and her hat on and everything, and she just had such a great spirit about her always. And so to see her come back from breast cancer, and to hear then after that that she had a lot of other complications and problems with the cancer spreading, or a different form of cancer. I'm not sure of all the details, but it moved really quickly at the end, and you know, it was really, I always felt like, because of her, that I really got involved on a bigger level than I would have with some of the breast cancer things that I did. We did them in Atlanta, and you know, I remember being with her and meeting a bunch of women, and you know, doing a Q&A with them, and she was there to help moderate it. And you know, I really, part of me wanted to do it partly for her too. So it's sad.
Danica, I know that during this time, over the period that you have been running the pink car on the Sprint Cup circuit, you've had a chance to intersect with countless stories like this. I know that we have pink cars and that we have special programs, but I think for you this has probably been very significant.
Well, you know, obviously for reasons like we were just talking about, is that, you know, it's making a difference, all the work that we're doing, but there's still much further to go and much more information that needs to be learned. And you know, for me, my experience that's been the closest to me was so far a success with my friend who had a double mastectomy as a preemptive strike at not ever having to get it because she tested positive for the breast cancer gene. So I meet a lot of them, and there's always just one common denominator. They just all have such a great spirit. They're so happy, and you know, I think that has to do with the foundation and what they stand for and the events that they run, and you know, just the power of smiling and trying to smile through it. And many do get through it. And so I was honored to drive the GoDaddy.org car the whole month of October this year, and not just the one race at Charlotte like last year. We were kind of talking about that and how, you know, we really all just, it just was such a great program last year for one race only that we all really wanted to stand behind it and do it for the entire month of October this time. So it was, I think it went really well, and I was proud to drive the car, and will be in the future if they decide to paint it pink all month again.
Thank you very much, Danica. Also here with us today is August Goldman. He is the Chief People Officer for GoDaddy. And August, tell us a little bit, why was this program so important to GoDaddy, and how much money did it actually wind up raising in the end?
Yeah, well, it's important for a couple of reasons, and we're very proud to once again work with the National Breast Cancer Foundation this year in this fight against breast cancer. In fact, it's very important for our CEO, Blake Irving, who's been affected by this. He's one of the many people whose family has been affected by breast cancer. His mom has a distinction of being one of the longest survivors of breast cancer in New Mexico. And I was speaking with Blake this morning about it, talking about this program, what we're going to do up here today. And we spoke about something, and I want to read a quote, which I thought was very meaningful, that Blake was talking to me about this morning. He said, "My mom is an amazing woman who not only is surviving breast cancer, but is thriving, living an active lifestyle and giving a lot to the inspiration to the people that she meets. Our commitment to the cause right now at GoDaddy is to stand up and do our part financially, but it's also to inspire people to fight against this cause, which is why we're very proud of the money that we've raised, as well as our customers in our Roundup for Charity program. They have gotten involved as well, and together we've brought $50,000 here today for this cause."
Well, thank you very much. Appreciate that. Also with us here today from Chase Authentics is Chris Williams. Chris, tell us how Chase Authentics works into this equation.
Well, once these personalities get together and decide that they're going to do this for the National Breast Cancer Foundation, then it kind of comes to us to create what their look needs to be on track and put it in a Chase label branded T-shirt, hat, die cast, or whatever, so we can take it out and sell it amongst all these tracks that we go through the month of October. And last year, as Danica said, it was a great success for all of us. And the people that come up when they're purchasing the product and tell us about their individual stories, whether it's with the families or some of their own personal strifes that's going on and what it means to them to buy something that they know that the proceeds are going to go to this cause, is pretty amazing. And anytime that we can put it all together and extend that to the race fan and make them happy and, put the money to good use for a little bit of difference means a lot to Chase Authentics.
All right, thank you very much. Also, let's hear now from Kevin Hale. Kevin is the Chief Operating Officer for the National Breast Cancer Foundation. Kevin, what does a program like this mean and this donation mean to you and this organization?
Well, it's very significant because National Breast Cancer Foundation, we very much believe that the message of early detection is the key to decreasing the mortality rate. And literally, the earlier you get ahead of it, you dramatically increase your chances of survival. You give yourself the greatest opportunity to survive. And so it's one of those rare diseases where by detecting it early, you have a chance to survive. And there are actually really great methods for early detection. Getting a mammogram and doing your clinical breast exams, every year, and then of course breast self exams. And so having this opportunity that .org and GoDaddy and then Danica has given us to have the platform to speak about that is significant. And we want to remind everyone of the importance of that. Our early detection plan.org is a wonderful application. It's free for the public, and we'd love for you to take advantage of that. And it's a reminder system. And by doing that and staying on top of it, you give yourself a great chance. And having the opportunity and the platform, and then of course having the funding to be able to provide mammograms for women in need and to continue to fund research is significant. So we want to thank you all for that.
We're going to open it up for questions, and please keep these questions germane to this program right now. Danica will be staying over after we have done with the check presentation and the photo opportunity for her regular media availability. But if you have questions that are pertaining to this particular program, please raise your hand and we'll get a microphone to you really quick. Back there.
Hi, Janine Cloud with Skirts and Scuffs. I was just wondering if you have actually done or would mind saying if you've taken the BRCA1, BRCA2 tests.
Huh?
The genetic testing for
Oh,
the breast
no.
cancer gene?
I haven't.
Other questions? Right here, Stan.
Hi, Stan Creekmore with RPM tonight. Danica, you've accomplished a tremendous number of things in your life. This appears to be a great accomplishment as well. How deep inside does this make you feel good?
It does make me feel good. It makes me, I'm always proud to carry my sponsor's colors and to be the green GoDaddy car out there. But when my partners take it to the next level and really act selflessly and, change the whole paint scheme for other purposes, it gives that little bit of extra pride that we're all in it for the right reasons and that we're doing something good.